an empire that ruled 3 continents for 6 centuries, a power that rose from a small principality and left its mark on world history for centuries. The Ottoman Empire was not only influential in terms of territory, but also wrote one of the most impressive stories in history through its culture, art, law, and impact on the lives of its people. In this documentary, we will explore the epic journey of the Ottoman Empire from its foundation, through its rise, golden age, periods of stagnation and decline, and ultimately its dissolution. From battlefields to palace chambers, from the daily lives of the people to the major decisions of the state, we will present the story of an empire in all its dimensions. If you enjoy this type of historical documentary and narration, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Foundation period, 1299 to 1453. Ottoman history began in 1299 under the leadership of Osman Gazi as a small Turkish principality. At that time, Anatolia was full of conflicts among the Byzantine Empire and various Turkish beyliks. Osman Gazi established a small but determined power in this complex environment. The conquest of Bursa laid the political and economic foundations of the Ottomans. Bursa became not only the new capital, but also a center of culture and trade. The first madrasas, inns, mosques, and caravanserais established there symbolized the Ottoman understanding of order and governance. During the foundation period, the Ottomans skillfully balanced warfare and diplomacy. Alliances were made with neighboring principalities while conflicts arose with others. This period helped develop not only military but also administrative skills. Sultan Murad I led the Ottoman expansion into the Balkans. The Battle of Kosovo in 1389 secured a lasting Ottoman presence in the Balkans. This victory was not only a military achievement but also a political turning point. During this period, the Ottomans strengthened their borders not only militarily, but also culturally and religiously. Madrasas, mosques, and inns shaped daily life and reflected the power of the state. Additionally, the first taxation and timber systems established the financial and military structure of the state. Rise period. Conquest of Istanbul, 1453. In 1453, at the age of only 21, Mehmed the Conqueror embarked on a historic campaign to capture Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire. The city had resisted countless attacks for centuries, especially due to the formidable Theodosius walls. Mehmed employed the largest cannons of the time, including massive bombard cannons built by Hungarian engineer Orban. The siege lasted 53 days. The Ottomans built siege towers, coordinated artillery fire, and blocked reinforcements from the sea by placing chains across the Golden Horn. On May 29, 1453, the city fell. This victory was not only military, but also a significant political and cultural turning point. Mehmed declared himself Kaiser-i-Rum to signify that the Ottomans were the heirs of the Roman Empire. Istanbul became the new capital and the center of economic, cultural, and political life. Hagia Sophia was converted into a mosque, serving as both a religious symbol and a mark of post-conquest order. Mehmed developed the city, inviting immigrants, merchants, artisans, and scholars to Istanbul. He divided the city into neighborhoods, established markets and bazaars, and reinforced the walls and ports. This planning laid the foundation for Ottoman urban development. Early conquests and consolidation. After the conquest, Mehmed strengthened Ottoman control over Anatolia and the Balkans. Coastal fortresses in the Aegean were captured, strategic castles were taken, and diplomacy with neighboring states was pursued. Met in. Mehmed emphasized diplomacy. He established trade and alliances with Venice, Genoa, and other maritime powers, ensuring both economic and security interests. Anatolian beyliks were unified, and taxation and administrative systems were standardized. Legal regulations also became prominent. Mehmed combined Sharia law with Ottoman customary law to create a comprehensive legal framework. This maintained social order and strengthened central authority. Reign of Bayezid II, 1481 to 1512. After Mehmed's death, Bayezid II ascended the throne. His priorities were maintaining internal stability, strengthening governance, and promoting culture. Madrasas and scholarly activities were supported, and classical works were translated. In 1492, Jews expelled from Spain settled in Ottoman lands. These immigrants contributed to trade, finance, and craftsmanship. Bayezid II carefully balanced diplomacy and military power to secure both European and Anatolian territories. Reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, 1520 to 1566. Suleiman ushered in the golden age of the Ottoman Empire. His reign was marked by military victories, legal reforms, cultural flourishing, and administrative organization. Military campaigns and conquests. Suleiman conquered Hungary and Central Europe and achieved a decisive victory against the Habsburgs at the Battle of Mohacs in 1526. Ottoman dominance in the Balkans and Hungary was strengthened. In the Mediterranean, the Ottoman navy, led by Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha, gained supremacy. Victories such as the Battle of Preveza 1538 secured Ottoman control of the seas. North African territories like Algiers and Tunis came under Ottoman administration. In the east, conflicts with the Safavids defined the Ottoman-Safavid border. Wars and treaties with Persia combined diplomacy and military strategy. Legal and administrative reforms. Suleiman, earning the title Kanuni, lawgiver, reformed the laws. Sharia and customary laws were unified, taxation, property, and criminal law standardized. Provincial administration was strengthened, and governors were appointed to maintain central authority. The bureaucracy functioned with officials like defterdars and cadis. This system allowed effective governance across the empire's vast territories. Culture, science, and architecture. During Suleiman's reign, architect Mimar Sinan emerged. The Suleimani Mosque and Selimai Mosque were masterpieces combining engineering and aesthetics. Bridges, aqueducts, and urban planning facilitated city growth. In science, astronomy, medicine, and mathematics flourished. Madrasas provided education, and libraries and observatories were established. Poetry, music, miniature art, and calligraphy marked a cultural golden age. Palace life and society. Topkapi Palace was the center of political power and cultural life. Divan meetings, ceremonies, and festivities were integral to palace life. Thousands worked in the palace: administrators, scholars, artists, cooks, and servants. The lives of ordinary people also flourished. Markets, inns, mosques, and baths organized social life. Guilds managed the economy and production. Diplomacy and international relations. Suleiman prioritized diplomacy in Europe and the Mediterranean. Alliances were made with Venice, France, and the Habsburgs. King Francis I of France sought Ottoman support against the Habsburgs. The millet system allowed different ethnic and religious communities to govern their own law and worship. Turks, Arabs, Armenians, Jews, and Greeks lived together under Ottoman society. Stagnation and Decline, 1600 to 1700s. The 17th century marked the beginning of major challenges for the Ottoman Empire. Internal unrest, uprisings, and financial crises gradually eroded state power. Internal problems and rebellions. The Silali revolts caused massive destruction in Anatolia. Unrest among peasants and soldiers weakened local authorities and drained the empire's resources. During this period, the weakening of central authority allowed provincial governors to act independently. There were disruptions in tax collection and troop mobilization. External pressure and wars. The Ottomans struggled to maintain border security against Austria, Russia, and Iran. The siege of Vienna in 1683 failed, shifting the balance of power in Europe against the Ottomans. Wars with the Safavids in the east strained both financial and military resources. In Europe, long-term conflicts with Austria and Poland emerged. Culture and arts continue. Despite these difficulties, culture, art, and science continued to develop. Miniature painting, calligraphy, music, and court literature remained important. Carpet weaving and decorative arts reached their peak. Administrative reform was necessary. Discipline problems emerged in the Janissary corps, and changes in finance and provincial management were planned but slow to implement. Modernization efforts and dissolution 1800 to 1922. The 19th century was both a period of reform and decline for the Ottomans. Tanzimat and Reform era. The Tanzimat Edict of 1839 and the subsequent Ilahad Edict brought wide-ranging reforms in education, law, military, and administration. Modern schools were established. Legal reforms were enacted. The military was modernized. Tax and financial systems were reorganized. However, nationalist movements and independence demands, especially in the Balkans, challenged the empire. World War I and collapse. World War I accelerated the empire's demise. After the war, territories were occupied, and regions of Anatolia and Mesopotamia were lost. In 1918, the Ottoman Empire officially lost the war and was fragmented. In 1922, the Sultanate was abolished, officially ending the Ottoman era. In 1923, the Republic of Turkey was declared, beginning the construction of a modern state. Ottoman Legacy. Architectural and cultural impact. Istanbul's grandeur, mosques, palaces, and bridges symbolized Ottoman architecture. The cultural influence of the Ottomans can still be seen in the Balkans, the Middle East, and North Africa. Carpet weaving, music, miniature art, and calligraphy are among the most valuable elements of Ottoman heritage. Governance and law. The Ottoman administrative system and legal approach were designed to accommodate different nations. The millet system allowed various ethnic and religious groups to maintain their own legal and religious affairs. Impact today. Ottoman heritage continues to influence modern Turkey and other regions. Urbanization and city planning, law and state administration, education and cultural values. This legacy is not only a reflection of 6 centuries of empire, but also forms the foundation of contemporary cultural and social structures. We have explored together the 600-year epic of the Ottoman Empire. If you love diving deep into history, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. Like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. What period should we explore in the next video? See you in future videos and stay on the path of history.